Figure fight club, we're repping the crew, battle on the floor. It's me and you, pose them up right. Let the showdown begin. In this action figure world, we're destined to win. Got my action force, they ready to strike. Transformers roll out, they're ready for the hype. Marvel and DC, heroes in the ring. With every epic clash, hear the crowd sing. Figure fight club, we're repping the crew.
Titan Toy Expo.
Join us in Nashville, Tennessee for the Creators Crown Awards. Over $5,000 in cash prizes. Different categories for submission including Best Diorama, Best Original 3D Sculpt, Best Custom Action Figure, and Best Action Figure Photography. Bring your submissions to this year's Titan Toy Expo, October 25th and 26th. Learn more about the event at CreatorsCrownAwards.com.
Flash in the night, join the Figure Fight Club, where legends ignite. Decepticast, the battle's on. Action figures, heroes drawn. Transform and roll out, let's take a stand. In the ring of toys, we'll make our stand. From Megatron to Starscream, they're ready to fight. With every twist and turn, they light up the night. Collectors gather round, it's a sight to behold. With stories of valor and legends retold. Decepticast, the battle's on. Action figures, heroes jam. Transform and roll out, let's take a stand. In the ring of toys, they'll make our stand. So grab your figures, let's make some noise in the arena of action. We're all just toys. With every epic showdown, we'll cheer and we'll shout. In the Decepticast, there's no room for doubt.
Oh, this isn't the G.I. Joe show, is it? No, this is Decepticast. We are on episode number 10. We made it this far. And so we got some news, we got some topics. I appreciate everybody showing up this evening. Also, I appreciate my co-host for joining.
Thank you.
Yep.
I appreciate
Welcome, Anna.
your
How are you doing today?
I'm doing splendid.
Well, so I guess the slideshow's not super huge, but I guess we should get right into it. Do you have anything to show off this week?
Oh no, I left it upstairs. I didn't even think about that because I got so excited for showing things that go along with their topic tonight. Man, I had my Rathalos to show off. I could have been like, look, it's a dragon. But
Stylized.
Imagine that there's a dragon. He goes, rawr, he's got wings. Right? It's perfect.
Well, I have a couple things, and while we're at it,
share.
Let's welcome Zaldron. Stew for lunch is in the chat. Yeah. So first thing, so last night I did a blocky / build stuff stream, and then I finished my Galaxy Wave 1 blockies. I had 4 left, and I haven't got to the chase figure yet, and I got the shiny.
Ooh.
I got me a nice shiny Optimus Prime.
So what did you think of Wave 1, having done a bunch of leader stuff first?
The faces are so boring.
Boring is not the word I would use.
They're dead.
I don't like those faces at all. Like, those faces were rough. They're very odd looking.
The only good faces are like Optimus Prime and Jazz, because part of it's covered up.
Part of it's covered up. Or the whole thing, like, it's fine if you can't see the face. Yeah, I pretty much got rid of all my Wave 1 except for the face cover guys.
Because you figure they're probably going to do improvements, most likely.
Oh, they certainly are.
But I will have to say it was fun opening this up because I was surprised, so was not expecting it. And then the other thing that came in, which I have a review going up on this tomorrow, is the third member of the MPU Ultra KO Coneheads. So I got Dirge in the mail.
He looks pretty good.
Yeah, feels good. Yeah, I can't complain. I mean, he doesn't have a waist rotation, but I mean he's got good shoulders, good tight knees, tight ankles, so it does its part.
I mean, it's not like the official release has waist rotation either, you know.
Correct. And that didn't really bother me because I it's really cool how the transformation, how like the whole like front end of the plane just collapses and fits inside the faux front end like cockpit. Like I think they did a really good job of that with Takara and then this company copying it. And at the price point under $100, I don't think you can really beat that. My biggest complaint is it came with 2 additional face sculpts that are exactly the same. So you have 2 stoic faces and then 1 like Gur face.
Okay. So it basically came with a copy of the original face.
Right.
And a special face. Was that a mistake with the packaging of yours, or is it supposed to be 2 of the 2?
The other 2 were like that. Zoldron, it might be my video quality because I got 1 bar on my signal. So
yeah, I'm noticing it too. But it's okay. You can just focus on the slideshow and me. So it'll be all right.
Yeah, because the slideshow's embedded. And so Annie, you have nothing to show.
You know, I mean, I could show the things that I'm going to talk about tonight. That's about all I could do because I'm going to bring them in for our conversations.
Right, so
I could grab the things at my feet. Like I always have something at my feet that I haven't opened. Like I'm going to open this turtle one day, right? Someday I will open this turtle and I will have the turtle transformer.
You have 7 of those, right? To cover the character they made, the 4 turtles, the party wagon, and 1 in box.
Yeah, I have 100 actually. I ended up with 2 by accident, but and you know, like this thing has not gone up in value, so
no, because I think Walmart deep discounted it, Amazon's deep discounted it. Mine's in party wagon mode because everything stores and it looks like a good party wagon.
And you weren't that impressed with the figure in general, right? You didn't really like it. Like when I look at this in the box, I'm like, I really like that. So I hope I like it when I finally do open it. We'll see.
Right.
We'll see.
I like what they did. I like what they did and their intentions, like the whole gimmick of the belt letter flips. But
no, that's really cool.
Included all the weapons. But
I could have shown this because I've never shown this on camera before. I have my Fans Toys Soundwave right here, right? Totally Fans Toys, not a KO of the Fans Toys, not at all.
I still have a feeling that those were like quality issues they found in the factory and they sold them off to some company and they sold them.
I think so too, because mine came missing a panel.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why. I think he is just that figure, and I think he's just missing a panel. I got the replacement. The replacement is packed in a different box that I have to get out eventually. But yeah, it's a neat toy. Like it's heavy. It's heavy and weighty. I'm not so certain that I actually think it's better than MP Soundwave. Like it's different for sure. And if you had MP Soundwave for 200 years, like I have, it feels like an upgrade just because it's different. It's like, it's a new one. But I don't know if it's better. I think really sit them side by side.
I think a lot of people that are like Fans Toys fans or just like third party in general, like weight equals quality sometimes.
Yeah, and that's not the case.
Not always.
I kind of don't like metal on my figures.
I don't mind if it's in the feet to kind of help stabilization. But the big company that's like anti-weight and that make quality products is Magic Square in their MP scale.
He gets a little wobbly because of how much heavy he is. How much heavy?
Okay. Now I know there was something where his ab could get wobbly if you don't have those two metal clips down.
Oh, that's
in
probably
the
it.
transformation. It's a common misstep.
Yeah, that's probably something that's going on with it. I'll have to look at it when I feel like investigating it. I think I transformed it once before I moved. I got him like right before I started my 2-move series, so I didn't really mess with him nearly enough.
So you haven't had a really good chance to.
You know what I realized on him is, and I don't know if this is the case for the official. I think it is. I think we talked about it. And it's good to see people. I want to say hi to people in the chat as they say hi.
Thanks for joining Hustles.
But as I was saying, I noticed that not all the cassettes fit in his chest. Like, not all of the MP cassettes, which means that you kind of have to start over with the fans toys, which I don't care to do because they haven't made all of them yet.
Right.
So, like, it's the only way to ever complete a set of cassettes is to mix brands, right? Like, you never get it completed otherwise.
Sadly, yeah. It's like
anyway, there. I pretended to show things off. It's all good.
All right. Well, you have more things to show off, but
I do.
It pertains to the slideshow. So let's get started. So today's topic is stylized versus traditional, and I added a little spicy "who's right" or the clickbaity. How are your
things right?
Yeah. What are your thoughts on traditional versus stylized? Where are you at?
For me, almost always that I like both. I do appreciate stylized though. Like I have quite a few stylized things in my collection. It's just the type of stylized. It has to be like a kind I like in stylized, right? Like I was one of those dummies back in the day who didn't like animated at first because of how stylized it was. But I loved Prime, right? Because Prime was the type of stylized that I thought was cool. And then there's some figures that, like, even after we started getting more, like, you know, official, big, normal looking ones, like, I collected all the Fans Toys Dinobots. They're stylized as heck. And our Fans Project, sorry. So easy to say the wrong word. The Fans Project Dinobots from back in the day. And they're different, right? They're stylized. They're kind of like this whole barbarian scene they tried to make with them. And it's a fun time. They're fun toys. They're kind of old now, but I do like stylization every once in a while. Not for everything.
I might be in the same boat eventually. But so we'll get more into that throughout the slides. So the first part is official news, and like all official news, it is brought to you by Collecticon Toys.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
Yeah. Yo, not right, man.
We now return to the Transformers.
And as mentioned, one of our sponsors is Collecticon Toys, so use FFC 10 and get 10% off your entire order. One thing I will tout about Collecticon Toys, he has a lot of blockies and sells them individually. Also, he has the Devastator kit up on pre-order, and that's where I picked up some of my blockies where I didn't want my first blockies where I just was picking and choosing. Now I'm buying them all. But so head on to there. So the first
of a certain thing from back in the day when you first started buying classified, and I was like, "You're gonna buy them all. I know you are. You're gonna collect them all." And you're like, "Never. I won't do that."
Did I disagree with you on classified?
Oh,
I still haven't.
I still gonna collect all of it. You said
I still haven't bought them all.
At first.
I still haven't bought them all. Like I'm not gonna get the first wave.
Well, I mean, okay. So I guess like there's different definitions of all, right? Like you pretty much buy all of it now, but you didn't go back and get the stuff that's been replaced.
I'm
completionist would have to have everything, including box variants. I get that.
Yeah, but I am like 95% of owning the entire line. So yeah.
Oh, so how exciting! It's our fan vote.
I know you beat me to the punch. I was going to say exciting as well. Yeah.
Thrilling.
Welcome, Cicaded. So, what are your thoughts? I didn't check before we hopped on, but when I voted today, Creature was winning by like a landslide.
I expected Creature to, because like this whole seed thing, right? Like it's for two things. One, there's a bunch of people who want him to have a kind of aquatic dinosaur alt mode. And then there's also a bunch of people who want an upside down submarine as the joke that we've been making for years about upside down submarine modes being guns. So those were the only two things that were going to get voted for in the C vote. And, you know, okay, great.
I might have went troll on this. I went to the dark side.
Did you go for submarine?
Oh yeah, 100% submarine.
100% submarine. Okay, see, I think we're gonna end up getting a dinosaurish sound shockwave out of this. That's what we're gonna end up getting. Zaldron's saying it's gonna be hard to seal, but what was he in hard to seal? Was he a submarine there? A boat?
Would it like be the like a World War II type boat? I don't know. Like I said, I didn't look before I hopped on to see if what the
yeah, I'm bringing it up right now so I can see
okay
who won the wins, if anyone, if they called it yet.
Yes, like a steamboat. I mean, like a World War II U-boat or just a submarine. I mean, that's what he kind of looks like right now, at least the Siege version, if you flip it upside down. Or no, not really flip it upside down, but...
Oh, no one's won yet. It doesn't end until the 28th.
Does it have the percentage?
Yes, so we have, you can't see that at all. We have 3% speedboat, 33% submarine, 61% creature, and 4% hoverboat. As I said, it's submarine versus creature for the battle.
I think Creature's going to win. That's a big margin.
Creature's more fun, right? Like, I think getting the number one rival of the Dinobots from the comics in a dinosaur mode has its merits. Like, that is a fun thing to have exist. At the time Shockwave became a dinosaur to beat them at their own game. That never happened, but it can happen now.
I think that's much more interesting, being a creature.
It's a cool narrative. It totally works. And I think it totally works with what they were setting up with the whole duel between Grimlock and Shockwave. So we'll see.
So this kind of leads into the topic of the day, because the fan vote, we're going to get like a stylized version of Shockwave, something we're not used to. So the first part of it is stylized versus traditional for your collection. What are the type of collector are you? And Anna mentioned earlier, a little bit of A, a little bit of B.
Yeah, what I would ask is, do you get stylized versions of your favorite characters? I'd like to hear that from the audience. Do you actually go out and get the stylized versions of your favorite characters? So say you're a Grimlock collector. Do you go out and get the Fans Project Grimlock, which looks different than a regular one?
And if Avi's listening, you can put that first poll up. Yep, he already has it up. Cool. So I didn't even say anything. He's already following along.
Perfect.
So yeah, check out the poll, and it kind of goes with our question. So for me personally, like right now, like I am not building anything stylized. I have things that I want to collect right now. So like my first priority is building like season 1 through 3. Like that's my focus, and then some Japanese like G1 stuff, like older vintage stuff. So I kind of want to get a good foot in those, which I kind of have, but there's just like one-offs that they're slowly, like X Transbots is slowly doing the Target Masters, the Decepticon Target Masters. So I want to get that, and I would put those ahead of anything like stylized, like what we'll see later on, Kang's Toys. Like I really like the look of Kang's Toys stuff, but right now, even at like the Legend stuff at a lower price point, it's not my priority.
Yeah, and I totally get that. Like I've actually been collecting longer than you as far as at least the Transformer side of things. So I have been dabbling in Stylized for a long time now. You know, I've been collecting third parties since like probably 2012ish. Like I started pretty early, maybe like 13, 14 is when I got my first couple.
Like the inception of third party, you were there right at the beginning.
Yeah, when we were starting to get some more creative, fun stuff from people. Like I've said before, my first big third-party purchase was TFC Hades, the Lyle Kaiser they made, which is a pretty like a 10-plus-year-old figure now at this point. So, yeah, in collecting all this stuff, I've got a few stylized things. I could say like one thing that often happens with stylized with me is I don't finish what I start with stylized. Like I almost finished these guys. I almost finished the Fans Project ones, but I never took the effort to get a Snarl. Snarl came out late. He was harder to get. He cost a little bit more. Honestly, I kind of devalued these compared to their original asking price, and I bought most of them on clearance because I didn't really think they were quite worth their original asking price. So paying a higher price for Snarl, it just never worked out. So I have the others, and I have the 2 woman figures they made, the original characters, but not the Snarl.
And like, you know, just kind of some of the pictures that I got shared on here is just like, even like first party, third party, it doesn't matter. Everybody does stylized things, and there's plenty to go around, even if you are a traditionalist.
Yeah, because I mean, we had our first stylized Predaking quite a while ago when we got the MMC one. We got Feral Rex, right? Everyone wanted Feral Rex back in the day. That was the third-party trophy figure because it was such a cool stylized Predaking. But as soon as an option for a more accurate Predaking came around, people stopped being as excited, right? A lot of people traded theirs out for a Power of the Primes Predaking, which is a way worse figure. But it looks more like he's supposed to, quote unquote.
I almost thought about putting the DNA kit, one with the DNA kit on there, but I was like, that's kind of cheating because that almost makes it look like a good figure.
Yeah, mine's a KO that has basically the DNA kit built into it. And yeah, it looks good with my other stuff, but the original would look really silly with my other toys because my other toys are fancier than it is.
And that's currently my Predaking right now, is that Power of the Primes one.
Are you DNA kitted, or do you just have
it's DNA. It's DNA kitted.
So it's a little fancier. But yeah, the options for stylized Predaking over the years have been pretty heavy. All right, you got good old Keen toys with 2 different versions of options of it. You got the new one coming. You got your Feral Rex.
Yeah. And I'd like to welcome Jurassic Jesse and HGC. And, you know, we could go on and on about different characters, but Zaldron gave some of these pictures of Hot Rod, and I found some of them as well. Hot Rod and Rodimus, he's, I don't know, would you say he's like a B-level character? And he has got all kinds of different stylizations. I wouldn't say A tier
anymore. I don't know.
You don't think he's B anymore?
Maybe he's B.
Okay.
I guess he doesn't get produced as much, so he's B. If you call the A-level characters just the ones that get overproduced, so just your Optimus, Grimlock, Starscream, Megatron, Bumblebee, pretty much.
Soundwave. Yeah.
Yeah, Soundwave. And that's pretty much your list of A. And then, yeah, Rodimus would be B there. But I like that this is so many different art styles here, right? Like there's original G1, there's kind of modern mainline, there's even the little chibi baby level version. You have the Transformers kindergarten figure in one of Zaldron's pictures, which is lovely. You got the new AMK one. These are all official, I believe. I think everything is licensed. So
that was kind of like the point of this one, was try to get everything licensed.
Yeah, because that is that the Flame Toys version of the IDW. Okay, because the IDW version's been done by Flame Toys, but it's also been done by MMC and also SXS did a figure they called Hot Flame, which is the IDW version of him. All
HGC's
different
got
art
a point.
styles.
I said HGC has a point right down below.
Yeah, no.
And the IDW stuff for sure.
He's a storytelling mechanic, right? Like
Right.
he's a needed storytelling mechanic. So he doesn't always make it into the toy lines, but making it into the stories totally makes sense because he's the new blood who takes over when Optimus dies or whatever.
Yep. Now is the one picture, is that the Kiss player? Did I pick the right one?
Yeah, the one with Xiao Xiao sitting on
Yeah.
him. He's got the girl on his shoulder. Yep, that's the Kiss
Yep.
player. He's got his fishing rod weapon.
And you have that one, correct?
Oh, of course.
Is there any Kiss players like that you're missing other than like the super expensive rare ones?
I am only missing the 2 statues of Atari. That's all I'm missing from Kids players at this point.
Wow,
It's
look
the
at
2
you,
statues. Yeah, like it's fun. And those Vinyl Tech Kids players repaints, like the Rodimus you have there, they're just really good. Like the paint jobs are flawless. The transforming weapons, like his fishing rod that turns into a weapon, the auto rooper comes with the best thing. It's a bunch of traffic cones that go together to make a weapon.
Right, yeah.
So fun, right? Optimus has a surfboard, or Convoy has a surfboard. Good times with those things. Very fun figures. The little PVC girls they come with, not the world's best things because of the poses they're in, but otherwise they're perfect.
It'd be kind of cool if somebody actually did figures like multiple point articulation figures of those characters.
That would be so cool. Like a modernized Kiss players, like making them. Gosh, there's so many different body designs you could use for them. Like you could use you could even do the like modern what are they called? Diaclone guys, the little Dionauts. You could do modern Dionauts to make tiny ones, or you could use the MP style humans that they make for them, or you could make some O-Ring G.I. Joe style figures, or you could even do I think these were made with I'm trying to remember my history, the big historians, these little racing girl figures. Like this would have been a perfect time to get the Kiss players characters in there, right? Because I think these were made with the were they new Microman? Was that it? Was there a new Microman body they used for these?
I'm not sure.
You can tell the kind of oddities with the really thick necks they have, that they're actually derived from another toy line. But yeah, they could have used this to make the Kiss players girls, and that would have been so cool.
Wow, Stu, that's a hot take. Stole the Matrix of leadership. So, it was kind of funny, like as I was building the slideshow and just going through the news this week, a lot of it kind of plays in on the whole stylization and more stylization than traditional. So we have one of our officially branded 3-0. Was that the 3-0 Bumblebee?
3-0 Bumble Guy.
Is that the MDLX or is it what is it? The MDLX is the smaller.
MDLX is the little guys. DLX is bigger. So yeah, this is MDLX Bumblebee and very stylized, just like his friend here is going to be. Frenemy is going to be, right? They just don't. They definitely look inspired by the original designs, but they have so many lines and details. And I think these guys do lines and details so much better than mainline Hasbro. Mainline Hasbro does all these just lines with no detailing on them, just like pointless lines. But these are fun. They actually do the panel lining on them. They just make them look like cool details. I really like how they end up.
Yeah, when I saw that they do panel line, I was like, that kind of like piqued my interest. Not like I would purchase them, but just the fact that they go into that depth in designing these.
Yeah, the Bumblebee, they even did a little bit of like shading on him to give him like detailing on his panel lines, so it looks a little bit like wear at the same time. It just comes out really good.
How does that feel quality wise?
They are super high quality figures, but they don't quite feel like toys, right? They feel like slightly more fragile figures. They feel like panels on
Right.
top of a skeleton. So it feels just a little bit more like that model kit style where you could break something. Now, I've
Mm-hmm.
played extensively with this guy, right? Like, I've got tons of photos of him in different poses, and he's never broken or anything. So I don't know if they're nearly as fragile as they feel like they are. They just kind of feel like they're going to be fragile. Very posable.
It just sometimes in part figures have like this feeling of fragility in general, and they might not be.
Yeah, sometimes they're not fragile at all. Yeah.
And on the topic of 3-0, everybody's favorite two-piece transformer, Jazz. So it says this is an event exclusive. So I'm assuming if any type of convention that's coming up, this will be for sale there. But yeah, it's Jazz from the 2007 movie.
Yeah, that's exciting. He's cool. Cool design.
This
how
week
are we gonna
was
get the shockwave?
This week was very blocky heavy. There was a lot of stuff going on. And this is one of them. 999 pieces, or no, 700 units worldwide.
Okay. So we have to go to the SMCC event at Space. Don't know
No,
what that is.
SM was, oh, now I can't remember. It's one of the, not Indonesia. It's somewhere in the South Pacific, some convention.
Okay.
I don't want to dub it that Asian comic convention, but I wrote it down somewhere in my post.
Okay. Event exclusive that we probably won't be able to go to.
Nope.
So good luck on
And
the
it'll-
secondary market, friends.
And it'll be
Enjoy your
expensive.
blockies.
So a few weeks back, we had a leak list of the next Galaxy Wave and some of the other stuff, and it looks like it was pretty much true. I think the one thing we didn't know was the ARC storage container.
This is a weird wave, right? Like, blockies has been very consistent with what's in their waves. And this one is really weird because Metroplex is strange, right? Because he's kind of like this wide guy with a lot of new parts. He's a little man with him. He's strange. Unicron Head's strange. The Arc strange.
The two Unicron heads.
Now, so we have seen individual packaging for the clear Unicron head. So is it actually in the wave, or is that one sold separately?
So I was kind of wondering, what if it's another storage container? Because the Sharkticons were clear and they were storage containers.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I haven't seen it called a storage container yet, but yeah, if the storage container is really in the blind box, right? Like, I have to see absolute proof that it is. That would be such a bummer, right? Like, if you actually bought one at your favorite collectible store, you drop your $10 or whatever, and you come home and you're like, woo, I got a little 2-piece box made of the Ark. Oh boy.
Yep. And I wonder, so that the Unicron head has a peg going into his neck, or where his head would connect to his neck. Will we be getting a body that head will connect to?
I just don't think those would be very fun to open either. Ooh, I got an ab, like,
what if it's a
shoulder
kit
pad.
like they did with Devastator?
It's just the rest of them.
Yeah, it's just the body.
It's like an action edition kit that's just the body.
Yeah.
Attach head later. That would be funny. Yeah, this is a cool wave. It's so weird, so different.
Yep. And then the
Half-dead
chase for
Optimus.
this. The half-dead Optimus is the chase. Which I can't tell. That head looks a little bit more slender, like with his face. So there might be.
You were already talking about them, like, just earlier. You were like, I bet they'll redo the originals from the first wave of blockies. Well, here's Optimus already, right? Getting redone.
Yeah, his shins are different. His knee pads are different. And I think his chest is redone too.
I think
I'm
so.
sorry, go.
I think it's just basically redone. Like, I think this is
Yep.
basically a new figure.
And then from one of our favorite scenes in the '86 movie, Sludge getting stomped on and he gets googly eyes.
Yeah, I hope they look a little less gross in hand. For some reason, they actually look gross there. They look like weird defunct mushrooms.
Maybe it's just the quality of the picture.
Probably.
But the one thing that I'm looking forward to is, after putting together Soundwave, is the Action Edition Optimus Prime.
You want to talk about something that's stylized? Transformers 1, really stylized.
Yeah.
Right? They really went for a different look on these guys. Like, lots of details on the facial expressions and faces, super long legs, everybody with the same body shape, but turning into different stuff. Very stylized.
Yeah, and I think it has one of the cool gimmicks. So now we didn't get a voice box like we did with Soundwave, but we do get the light up feature, and then this can also dual as either Orion Pax or Optimus Prime. So a lot of accessories, and you can pick between if you want both or just however you want. It's a kind of a cool play feature.
You know, but Yellow Park did this right when the movie came out, and I feel like no one really cared, right? So it's just interesting how Blockies has gotten into people's heads, because I think this will sell really well, even though the movie's kind of forgotten and Yellow Park already did this basically. But I think this will sell fine.
Right.
I think it'll sell better than the Yellow Park version ever did.
Well, they definitely the fire is behind Blockies, so and one of the things that's kind of keeping me in it is a decent price point and quality. So hopefully they can keep both of those in order.
This guy's still looking really good.
Oh, I know. I love the picture they did with Megatron. Well, or his protoform,
Worshipping.
whatever. Yeah, worshiping Megatronus.
Worshipping his Megatronus statue.
Yeah, and then Megatronus kind of getting payback on Sentinel Prime. But these look really great. So these are all. So last week we saw images of this, but these are all in-hand images. So you kind of get to see the display stand he comes with and the little blast effects, and his accessories.
I put together Classic Class TF1 Alita this week, and obviously she's a more complicated figure than Classic Class used to be, but this guy is clearly more complicated than she is, right? Like,
Right.
Classic Class just keeps getting more and more complex and flashy and cool as they go forward.
And to see some of the action figures that they're doing, like with Naruto and Marvel, I mean, they're just getting better and better with this particular class.
Yeah, they are.
So the next thing kind of came out of nowhere. I didn't know that I heard about this company, but they're called Killer Body or something like that.
Killer Body.
And
yeah. They make a bunch of other toy lines.
Yeah. So one of the big things they're known for is RC cars, and in the Transformers world, they did a helmet. They do a lot of helmets, but one of the most notable one was the Optimus Prime that had moving mouth, his face mask moved and everything. It was almost like a Robosun thing that you wear on your head. So they're doing a frenzy. Now, I was kind of interested in seeing this. So they've already revealed this, but this is actually product that's like in-hand product. Like it's on their site right now and it's shipping. That kind of piqued my interest till I saw how tall it is.
It's big.
It's like 6 inches, 7 inches tall, and we haven't got a frenzy of, at least in the masterpiece of all the NPM masterpiece from Takara. We've got every character but Frenzy.
Yeah, Frenzy's underrepresented.
And this would have been a good piece to add to the masterpiece stuff. But alas, it looks good. It just won't scale with anything.
It's very big. Yeah, is he expensive?
$70.
Okay, that's not bad.
But they're based out of Great Britain,
figure.
so they might add shipping. But so kind of what you were showing off before stream is Yellow Park's AMK mini line. Now, so I was kind of excited when I saw this. till you kind of brought me back down to earth on how these feel and their quality. Because looking at how they're showing this off, it almost looks like they're trying to do a direct competition with blockies.
So the Yola Park makes really good figures. Their AMK not many line is really impressive, right? They're G1 style, they're not stylized, they're normal proportion, non-transforming figures that are very, very nice. These are the AMK Mini, and I have AMK Mini Bumblebee right here in hand that I can share with people. And this is a very, very basic articulated action figure for these days, right? Like, this isn't going back to the 80s articulated action figure where it's like 2 joints. You know, it's not a Super 7 reaction figure by any means. It has, you know, ball joints and a little bit of wrist swivel and ankle tilts and all that good stuff. But it's just very basic, right? Minimal paint, minimal details. Plastic feels hollow. You can hear the hollowness when I tap it.
Yeah.
The right lights, you can kind of see through the plastic. You know, it's not a super high quality figure. It's strong, like it's not going to break or anything. It's not going to wear out, and it poses reasonably well. But it's just kind of like a very basic little Bumblebee figure. The set that he came in, they're all pretty much about the same size. He's a little shorter than the rest of them. And then they threw in the oddest of oddballs, the Grimlock. And the Grimlock is another one where it's like, you can just tell how plain and hollow he is, right? Just lacking detailing. Legs don't really do much other than this one joint.
I think the G1 toy had more articulation.
I think so. And I my favorite thing about this one is that you can mess his face up really bad and give him like this weird beak snout. I don't know. That's literally what I enjoy about the figure.
Now I recognize it.
Yeah, because I usually have it like that. I usually have him malformed. This just does not feel impressive. It looks okay. You know, if like this was going to be a representation of Transformers on your shelf and with your action figure collection, I think they would look fine. But if you're a Transformers collector, these are not going to look better than your transforming figures. And they're certainly lower quality than blockies. So Wave 2 looks really impressive in pictures, but I'm just going to say caution with them, right? It looks like they've ramped them up, looks like they've added articulation. You know, they're showing off butterfly shoulders, and they're showing off waist, ab crunch stuff.
Yeah.
They're showing off all that stuff. I'm just not going to believe it until it's in hand. Thing is, you know, you'd have to pay for them if you want them. So.
And these are blind boxes. I guess the first wave didn't have a chase, and now this has 2 chases. And the one thing that kind of annoys me, like I don't mind chases when it's something like this, Rodimus Uchronus. It's when it's like a main figure like Blue Streak. So now you're gonna fight to try to get a Blue Streak if you want that first ARC crew. Was he on the ARC crew? Either way.
And what I don't like about it is they put an RC in there. I collect RCs, right? Like I have the first set because I collect Bumblebee. So I had to have it for Bumblebee.
Right.
The second set, RC's there. Maybe I should talk to Zaldron because he'll want the hot rod. I want the RC. The rest of them can go die in a fire.
That was my first thought when I saw this set. I'm like, you guys might be able to split the cost of this and then just figure out what to do with the remainders.
Yeah, I mean, I'll always take a Cliff Jumper in my collection because he goes with Bumblebee. They're frenemies, so.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to think about that. I'll approach him about that later because I want the RC because I skipped the old day set. I didn't get the full set, so I missed that RC.
Right.
And I want it. So maybe I'll have to get this one. But yeah, I would say definite word of caution on these guys. Like they might have upped their games.
So Wave 1 was sold as individuals?
They were. Yeah, you could buy the whole set for a good price, or the individuals were $10 each, which feels like that's the other thing I want to say about these. These were sold for $10 each, right? BotCon. use these molds to make their exclusives this year. That BotCon Red Bumblebee remade as a woman cliff jumper, right? Fun idea, fun character. They put a little comic with her to make her own story, but they sold that sucker for $30. If you paid $30 and you got this in your box, if you're not disappointed, you must have a lot more money than I do.
And they didn't really add much to it, right?
No, not really. Just the comic, pretty much. It's a new head. Like, that's cool and all.
You paid that con tax is what happened.
You pay the contacts, yeah, because I think the 2-pack they did with Glyph and Sound Blaster was like $45, something like that. Very expensive.
So that is all for official news. So like mentioned earlier, it was brought to you by Collecticons.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
Yeah. Yo, not right, man.
We now return to the Transformers.
So before we move on to the next segment, let's go over the poll. Now I'm kind of surprised by these results. So, the poll disappeared. Is it in the chat? Okay. All right. So stylized versus traditional, your collection. At 22%, the design can be tweaked a little. At 33%, represent how I see it in media. And at 44%, let's get crazy. So it looks like the chat is all for stylization.
That's exciting. That's exciting. I think the stylization allows the designers to go crazy. So that's fun.
All right. So the next part of our stylized versus traditional is media. So I'm including comics and TVs and movies mainly. I mean, that's pretty much our media. And I used Old Faithful.
Optimus in every type.
Yeah.
Everything from Rescue Bots to the original.
Yep.
Yeah, animated was super divisive when it came out, right? Because that really took the designs and just like went full wild and crazy on it, right? And some people loved it, some people didn't love it. I didn't love it at the time. Now I go back and I want to slap my younger self and be like, hey, this is cool. Like, it's different. Enjoy it.
Yeah. Definitely the heroic proportions, like your traditional heroic proportions. A little bit of Johnny Bravo in there. Yeah.
Which is fun. But yeah, I'm glad you put Transformers 1 in there, because like that is really stylized as far as the body proportions and everything. And the movies. The movies are the masters of stylized, like, what?
Yeah.
What if every Transformer was made out of wadded up aluminum cans? Right? That's so style.
Well, you know, the thing is, like, you had like 7 movies and he was redesigned. Well, yeah, he was redesigned 3 times. Like, it wasn't. That was one of the things I was complaining about the other night. Is like there was just nothing. Like none of it was coherent between each movie. They could have all lived in their own on their own.
And the design what those movies were about.
Yeah. But I think, like, so I'm partial to the Rise of the Beast design, but I kind of like the Last Knight. Just this almost samurai / knight in shining armor look to it.
It's definitely a cool thing. A lot of people are really attached to a design just because they did something with it, right? I feel like Optimus before, they were just like, let's make Optimus more realistic and complicated. But that one was like trying to do something. It made him into this knight figure, which worked with the plot.
Yep. So I think Abby threw the next poll in the chat: stylized versus Transformers and media. Get off my lawn, G1 or nothing. Change is okay, but better recognize. Break the walls down, all new.
Yeah, because something to keep in mind is our most recent comics before this were the IDW comics, right? And IDW, especially the first set of IDW in the days of More Than Meets the Eye and Robots in Disguise, you know, the most praised Transformers comics from those runs, they really kind of did their own designs, right? A lot of those designs eventually became toys and other things in the future. Like, you know, AMK Rodimus is clearly based on comic Rodimus.
Right.
But they did not look like their original selves anymore. They were redesigned. They were made kind of Cybertronian, kind of different, in a lot of fun ways. Then the new comics, the Energon universe, really went back to G1. That is very much just, you know, a new artist drawing the original Optimus design. And that would be the picture of Optimus with the Megatron arm. That's the representation we have of the Energon universe here. And just side by side with the Marvel Comics look, right? Like, it's the same guy. It's the same design.
Yeah, and I think the other one is the Cyberverse. That one kind of had its little quirks to it as well.
It did, yeah.
But yeah, so I like, you know, I can go any way with, as long as like the art looks good and catches my attention. I'm not stuck on the G1 look. Like the G1 look holds a special part, you know, in my heart. But I can if the media is good, I can look past like a bunch of parts thrown in together, like what'd you say, aluminum foil just crushed together. And
yeah,
I can look
That's
past
what they always
that.
look like to me.
Yeah. The worst part of it was like in the action scenes with that aluminum foil just shaking around, you had a hard time to see what was going on.
It was rough, but with better storytelling, I'm fine with it too, right? Like the Bumblebee movie, even though I hate movie Bumblebee, I don't like his characterization, I don't like his look. Still a good movie, and you could follow it. It made sense.
Yeah.
So it was fine.
So we're moving on to third-party news, and we got a little segment in third-party news that I worked and I put a little something together.
I'll be back.
Guess who's back?
People keep asking if I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer. But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
You gotta put your back into it, dumbass.
Hello, boys! I'm back!
So, have you missed out on toys? Is there action figures that you would like to get? Well, so here's this week's reissues of the week. So, scouring Show Z and just the interwebs, I've found that Zeta Toys, which I didn't think they still made toys, their Bruticus and Superion are getting remakes. And as Fan Hobby has touted on this picture, the classic duo are back. So they're, what was it, Power Baser was the name of their Power Master / God Jinrai, Optimus Prime, and then the God Bomber.
Yeah, and those are really good toys. Those are on my shelf right now. I think I'm going to replace them with the official Takara ones, but they are really cool toys. Like, they're huge. They are fancy looking. They're not the world's best toys. These are kind of old, but they're really good.
They're solid.
They're solid. They're very nice.
And then also Magic Square is reissuing their, what is their Light of Freedom or Light of Peace, whatever the name of their Optimus Prime is. But they did say that they did some mold tweaks to improve some quality. They added some paint apps as well. But for the most part, it just looks like tune accurate Optimus Prime.
Because this is their Legends one, right?
Correct.
Okay. Because I have the original version of their Legends one and it needed work. I think this is the third rework. So.
Wow. Keep milking that design, right?
Yeah, I mean, they've done some tweaking. It's definitely significantly different when I look at the shoulders and the chest and stuff. Like, it's a lot more MP44 inspired than it used to be.
Yep. So that is our reissues of the week. So
nice.
next is, on, stylization. It looks like DNA is working on an upgrade kit to their Hearts of Steel stuff from the Hasbro Hearts of Steel stuff. Is there anything that you could think? Is there anything that you could think that could help help those figures?
A lot. They need a lot of help.
What was it? Was it last week, or I don't know if it was in book club or whatever, that or maybe it was during TFY LLP where you showed off Bumblebee and said that was the best part of it, was his train mode.
It is the best part. Like the figure's terrible, the actual like character or robot mode, but the train mode is really good. So if you just could put in some fillers to fix the robot mode entirely, sure.
So HGC says Hearts of Steel Thomas. You think DNA would do like a Thomas the Tank Engine upgrade kit?
How much would you need to make it Thomas? And we don't need that. We don't need it. I never got to show him off on screen. Jeez. Okay, I'll be back.
And then is what it looks like is the other one is the Prima Prime, I think. One of the or as Catherine said last night, Prima Prime. Oh, is that the third party one?
Yeah, it's the MFT. So the MFT and the new Hearts of Steel one are very, very similar in design. The midsection comes out a lot better in the MFT. The details on the train are a lot better on the official. He turns into Thomas the Tank Engine by splitting his head open and turning into shoulder pads.
I didn't even notice that till you showed it.
Yup. Steve Train by MFT is Thomas the Tank Engine, and it is brilliant. Like, I love this thing. It is not the highest quality plastic, not the highest quality figure you'll own in your collection, but it is the only transforming Thomas you'll own today.
So you probably can't see this, but so I just peeked over at my phone, and Takara just showed Missing Link Ultra Magnets coming soon.
Oh no, breaking news.
Yeah. Heard it here first, folks.
Decepticast.
Decepticast.
Baby. Man.
Yep.
I'm excited for some Ultra Magnets. That's going to be an expensive Missing Link, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Missing Link's never cheap. Ultra Magnets is going to be really expensive.
Right. So prepare.
Okay, but this is cool. Like I want to talk about that, but we don't have good pictures yet. We'll talk about it next week. We promise. We'll have all the pictures.
Most likely, yeah.
Takara usually does that. Like, one day it's the silhouette, next day it's better, and then all the pictures next day. But this is both really cool and slightly frustrating because they put out their Optimus upgrade kit in Motormaster colors first for people to go and buy it. And now they're doing it in a way that's actually interesting, right? They're giving the Motormaster an upgrade to turn him into Minosaur and animated glory. Like, it's cool. That is so fun.
Yep. And odds are we're gonna. You think could they do this for the Nemesis that's coming out in that 4-pack? And could they do something else?
Too?
Yeah.
I think they should. I bet they're gonna release just the generic one again. And then, like, months later, they'll be like, surprise! We actually made it cool.
So that's what the DK56 is, the generic one, right?
Yeah.
The one that they have pictured here.
Yeah, it's more or less the same kit, right? It's just done up in colors so that it's the Decepticons as the limbs. And that is so cool. Like, that makes
Is that canon? Was that ever in the show? And animated? Did they do that?
So there's the BotCon set, right? The Decepticon job.
Okay.
And I think that had a little comic with it. I don't know. I've never read it. I've never seen the fiction. I don't know if they showed a Minosaur at all. But the Decepticons were drawn, at least.
I say Zaldron said no BotCon comic, so yeah. So is this a buy for you?
I don't know. I don't have the Motormaster right now, so I would have to get the Motormaster and then the kit. The thing about these fantastic DNA kits we show you every week is they're actually a lot of money. They typically cost more than the figure.
At one point, Motormaster was on clearance, so you might be able to find a good deal on Motormaster.
He was as low as $15 sometimes. Yeah. I have a feeling he won't go that cheap again because people are going to want him for this, right? This is going to make renewed interest in the figure.
Yep. Kind of like how that Godzilla kept selling out on BBTS right after that kit hit.
That kit fixed that figure, and there was nothing wrong with this Motormaster, right? This Motormaster was fine the way he was, but now he's just amazing. That Godzilla was terrible at first. He was just like, why'd you even bother? And then DNA just made it so cool.
And then HCC has a statement. Did you handle any version of this mold at all? Was it
I actually haven't. I skipped the animated Prime. And now I realize I should have got it because it's like, I have the animated Bumblebee and I just have some animated figures from back in the day. I should have got it because I don't have an animated Optimus at all. So, nope, I skipped it.
Yeah, same. I mean, I'm not a whole lot into mainline. All right. So our next part of the traditional versus stylized, is it worth third party companies to make new stylized characters?
Is Steve Train a new character? I think he's a new character.
Yeah.
But you know what? I brought a treat.
Oh yeah.
The most important toy in my entire collection. I brought because it's a stylized new character. I brought the king of calculations himself, the calculation king. Wei Jane, back in the day, made a few of their own original combiners based on Autobot teams. This one is based on the Computron set. It is supposed to kind of sort of look like the Technobots. You can kind of see it, right? Red car, but it makes the chest.
Yeah.
There's a drill here, right? There's a drill in here somewhere. This is a bike. There's two kind of space jet type deals. This is its own thing, and this thing is the best toy ever made on Earth. It is amazing. And everyone else in my peer groups made fun of me when I was excited for it because it's weird and different and stylized and completely new as a design. It is so cool. It has one fan.
I bet you could probably start a Calculation King Collectors Club out there.
It would have to be the Calculation King Colt. The Calculation Colt.
How does it feel quality-wise?
Oh, it's really quality. Like it's well made. Wei Jane was doing a lot of really high quality knockoffs at the time, and they just used their same plastic and design philosophies to kind of make their own thing. The weirdest thing about it is that one of their things they did with their own combiners is they would make a character that's split in half. So, basically the scattershot analog splits in half and becomes both sides of the arms.
Right.
Which is kind of strange, but it's a fun thing, the way they did it. But yeah, it's good quality. It's its own weird design. It's getting kind of up there in years now, right? This thing's something like 6-7 years old now. There's certain things they didn't do, like they didn't make the head move, right, that you wish they would have done. But as far as like plastic quality and is it holding up well and all that stuff, it's great. It's perfect.
But
really hard to find now, though.
For Wei Jane, known for KOing things, for their plastic to hold up almost a decade, I mean, hopefully it keeps hanging on, because that just goes to show, don't be scared to buy KOs.
Yeah,
KO companies.
Because this is 100%. They did this guy, and they did something called Fire Keen, which I do not have a Fire Keen. I really want a Fire Keen. It's hard to find these days for a decent price, which is all red. It's kind of a Defensor, but it's an all red emergency vehicle set. And they did the same split one guy in half to make the arms deal and make the chest out of multiple characters thing with it. And they're good quality. They're fun. They did their own things with the designs. And yeah. So I love it when third parties make new characters. When third parties make new characters, I think you're allowing toy designers to actually become toy designers, right? Because you have all these really talented toy designers who are stuck making other people's designs, right? They're stuck making G1 characters on the down low because they're doing it unofficially. And this is when they get to shine, right? Like here we have King Toys got to make their own gorilla duder because there isn't a gorilla in the there isn't a gorilla in the Predacons, but they added one, right?
They also added 2 wolves.
Guys, they also added 2 wolfies. 2 wolfies for feet.
Yep.
They made transforming feet, which is horrible, right? Like, not only is your job you're the leg, no, your job is you're literally the foot. You're stepped on all day. Which is cheaper, Calculation King or Unite Warriors Computron? Probably Calculation King still, if you can find it. Which one is easier to find, though, might be Computron. Just because, you know, people actually post that.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to read the results from the last poll, and we have a new poll up. So, can I go over that real quick?
Yeah. No, you don't have permission.
So,
Busy.
well, I didn't. If you were in the middle of a point, I didn't want to derail you.
Calculation King time.
So the last poll was stylized versus traditional in media. At 12%, break the walls down, all new. At 25%, get off my lawn, G1 or nothing. At 62%, and the top is change is okay, better recognize. And then the new poll we have up right now is kind of going over what we're right now. Is it worth for third party to make new stylized figures? Option A is third party needs own designs, stop stealing. Third party has more heart in their designs. Why not have both?
Okay. No, I like the fact that people are making the point that, like, it's okay to do stylized, but it needs to be recognizable. And that's kind of the thing I think we run into a lot of the times, right? Like, Craftsman Toys is making a Computron right now, right?
There's slides of that, by the way.
Good. We'll get there eventually.
Yep.
It isn't exactly the original design for Computron. It's pretty close. It's a bit stylized, right? I would say less stylized than Quantron, the old third-party combiner, but not nearly as stylized as Calculation King. Calculation King went so far that people started to call it derogatory terms and say it was bad because it was so different. And when you get too different, I think people get kind of like, I don't like it anymore. Like these Dinobots.
Yeah.
They might go too far, right? Can you recognize them in their bot modes as being the Dinobots? Not really.
No. The only way you can recognize them is in their dino modes.
These are Kane Toys, by the way, for those who don't know. This is Kane Toys Dinobots they're working on right now. And their dinosaur modes, like, they're the right dinosaurs, so you probably know what they are, but gosh, they are different.
And they're doing the same thing with, like, the feet, and I can't remember what type of animal they're using for the feet. I don't know if there's, like, a torso bot. I'm sorry, what was that?
I haven't seen the footsies yet. I want to see them.
Yeah. Oh, and one thing I wanted to add about the Craftsman Toys Computron, one of the big reasons why it's selling as well and why people are accepting it is they're starved for Computron.
They are.
I mean, the last official was done 10 years ago almost, maybe a little less. Third party was the one that you mentioned. Calculation King's closer to a third party Computron than what we've seen.
Yeah, newer than Quantron or Warbotron. Quantron and Warbotron were two.
Oh, that's right, the Warbotron. Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah, here's a good one. Eris from MMC, right? This is a new character they made up, a character who steals the alt modes from other robots. We thought they were going to make a bunch of very different Eris figures. In fact, they've just remolded the same one 3 times.
Right.
But I think she was... Go ahead.
I was going to say, wasn't one like an April Fool's and everybody thought it was fake and then they ended up producing it?
She was originally an April Fool's. Like, she was an April Fool's joke to be like, ooh, look, it's a girl Tarn. How crazy. But then she became a real figure, and then she got the hideous Armada version and the pretty cool looking Galvatron version.
So, like the next slide is a company I'm about to show. Like, if I wasn't like focused on what I was focused on, like what Iron Factory is doing with their Samurai series stuff, like just some of the designs of the Shockwave and how it's a katana blade, and like this, like the dressing skirt that Minosaur has, and then the Grimlock, like it's just. I don't have room for it. I don't have budget for it. But I would if I had checks on boxes of characters that I wanted, that I needed.
They're neat. They're neat. Iron Factory makes good toys. I will say that. Like, just straight up, they make good toys. So these are all going to be good figures. I'm not into the samurai aesthetic, so these don't do it for me. But I am really glad they've gone all in, because this has produced a whole set of like fun reimaginings, you know?
Yep. Which leads us to some reveals this week. Now, this has been revealed, but this is actually in hand, and it's going to be shipping soon. This is their Samurai Series Cheetor from Iron Factory.
Is that alternate head supposed to evoke a certain anime character?
I was thinking the same thing.
From a long-running series.
Very similar.
Very popular.
Yep. Didn't get the mutant head.
Nope. Instead, they went for a Naruto head. You know, whatever.
So does that mean it will go with the Naruto 2-pack of Spitor? And
it'll just make the Naruto 2-pack look like crap, and this will be way cooler. Which would you rather have? A crappy mainline kind of sort of Naruto, or Naruto Cheetor? What?
Ooh, a crappy mainline. Hot button right there.
Not all mainline is crappy. That one is kind of not great looking.
Is it the Cheetor mold that they're using that's part of it? Or Tigertron mold, whatever one it is?
Yes, you know, that is true. That is kind of like, this makes that more of a riff, right? Because that was originally Cheetor, I think. And then they put the kind of fox drapings on it to make it the Nine-Tailed Fox. So yeah.
Zeldron saying Tigertron.
Is it Tigertron, not Cheetor? Sure. I never touched it. I don't want to touch it.
Yeah,
this one though. This one lives on its own, right? Like, it doesn't. You don't have to have the rest of the Iron Factory guys.
Right. Well, just like the little effect piece or whatever, it looks like a scarf, like the red
ninja scarf. It's fun.
Yep. And as you brought up earlier, the last two bots for the Craftsman Toys Computron are. This is pretty much in hand, and they will be shipping soon.
Yeah, they're like I said, they're just a little bit stylized, right? They're not exactly like the G1, but it's just a little bit stylized. I really want to break down and get the set. Like, I've been fighting it so hard.
Yeah.
Because it's like, but I could, you know. Obviously, there's someone in this chat right now who would love to have a Unite Warriors set, and I could just be like, hey, look at my Unite Warriors set. What? You interested? And then I go buy this one.
Is that Zeldron?
That was HGC, said earlier. They were
HGC? Okay, I must have missed that comment. What did they do? They did it in 3 releases. They did a Limb 2-pack, a Limb 2-pack, and then Scattershot. Is that how they did it?
No, they put... Oh, God.
3? 1?
One of them was on their own, but Scattershot was with someone.
One of the limbs. Okay.
It was Counter something. I can't remember which one he was with. But they did one figure by itself, then they did Scattershot and second limb, then they did the last 2 limbs together.
And this is Legend scale, so I mean, if you're a Legends collector, this will check that box till Magic Square does one better.
That's the reality of it, right? Like, with Legends figures, you're usually waiting for Magic Square or New Age to make the official ones, the official unofficial.
So the next thing, kind of out of nowhere, some third-party company is doing this is either DLX, It's scales with your 3-0 stuff. They're doing a Sentinel Prime.
Always love Nimoy Prime. Good times.
Yep. I mean, I thought the design was cool, but I mean, like I said, this is non-transforming, so never heard of the company. Found it
It's
on
a great
Weebly.
design.
Yeah.
Probably the most interesting character in all the movies.
Yeah.
His motives were still pretty simplistic, but
it's like how many people saw, oh, Leonard Nimoy is casted as Sentinel Prime. He's not going to turn bad, is he? And let's see, on to this is the only masterpiece news, and it's that in September, X-Transbots Blades will be coming out. So
nice.
That'll make me 4 of 5. And as much of a pain in the ass First Aid was, I am looking forward to this.
That's good. That's good. I like the tentativeness to your voice. Not so sure. Not so sure.
I mean, I'm all in, so I'm looking forward to being able to complete this combiner. Hopefully it isn't bad. Oh, so speaking of more Legends, how many figures has been created? How many figures have we got of this character? 2? 3?
Not so many. Not so many great shots in the world, right? And you know why there aren't that many great shots? Because that mold looked great as 6-shot. And then they turned it a great shot and it looks terrible.
Yeah.
It looks like a KO of itself just because that design is. It's just hideous. It's accurate. That's what he's supposed to look like.
Yep.
He's just an ugly fella. Yeah, New Age does good stuff. So, I'm sure it'll be fun and nice.
So do you have to add this figure to your collection just for that representation?
I think a lot of people will. I might have to. Just because, like this way you can get kind of a design that's relatively hideous, but as a really good toy, right? That way, it's going to be a really high quality figure so you can enjoy it.
So HGC sold if it was a bigger scale.
Yeah, I have a few Legends, or I have a few New Age figures that are blown up, and their figures blow up really well. And by blown up, I mean oversized, KO'd, right? So if someone got a hold of their stuff and started KOing it, like in mainline size.
Yeah. Was it that MZ? Was it MZH or something like that, or MHP or something that was did that Grimlock?
MHC, I believe. They did the Grimlock. Yeah, I don't have it. I don't think I can reach it. It's over there somewhere.
You're good.
It's really nice. It came out just fine. Works well.
Well, in New Age fashion, repaint. But something special about this 6-shot, they've added back metal.
Okay, a little shiny.
Yeah. And this is a limited run, so there's a limited quality to this character, or quantity, not quality.
Everyone should get the original Ninja Consultant in some form, right? 6-shot is a very important character if you ever need any Ninja Consulting.
Yeah, I'm currently in void of one. I had the Takara, the Titan's Return, but I ended up getting rid of it because I got rid of all my mainline stuff.
I still have good old Hexatron, one of the first third-party 6-shots. That thing is fun.
Was it DX9 that made like a masterpiece version of it along with Fans Toys? But DX9 is actually more affordable, I think.
I don't remember the DX9 one. I think Hexatron was
Hanzo?
MC, right? Oh, yeah, Hanzo. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember the name.
But those would be my 2 options for my masterpiece collection. Yeah. But I mean, it's like everybody that's done it, it's been the same. Like even like the official was pretty much the G1 just with some updated designs, and I would imagine this is the same.
Oh yeah, you can tell by looking at it. It's pretty much the G1. It's because 6 changers are kind of impossible to make good.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't transform into a hand, but it does, multiple transformations.
And that's why Gigatron's better. Right? That's why Gigatron's better. We're watching Car Robots together in our book club. So we're gonna be throwing in Car Robots references for the next 3 months. Be prepared.
And we couldn't have a week without Blockies and Dr. Wu. So here is in-hand images of Dr. Wu's Toon colors of Shockwave and
Cliffjumper. I want our viewers to know that these two have existed as pictures for like 2 freaking years. We've known what they were going to look like for so long, but we haven't got them. They look good. They're so cool. Let's get them in hand. So
and you're finally releasing.
Yeah, Dr. Wu moves slow, right? Because they put out a lot of pictures and they put out, one set of new figures every 2 or 3 months.
But it seems like they might be pushing out a few more items here soon.
I hope so. Sometimes it feels like that's going to happen and then it doesn't happen. They just keep going slowly.
Yeah. So the last slide, I think, is something that you're going to be the most excited about. Cyan Culture's train bots. No,
I would
not
never
at all.
collect those. No, not at all. I didn't grab them off the shelf. So these are, what is the name of the company again? Help me.
Cyan Culture.
Cyan Culture. Yeah, it is Cyan Culture. So Cyan Culture hasn't really made a lot of toys. So when they decided to make train bots, I was really excited because the designs, like these are just like cartoon perfect representations of their bot modes, right? Decent representations of their train modes, very clean, simple, easy transformations. But they just put out the 2, right? They put out the 2, they were very affordable, and we didn't hear from them again for like an entire year, right?
It was a 2-pack,
finally, right? This was a 2-pack, the 2 legs. Here you go. And then silence for a year. And now finally, those 2 arms look like they're about ready to come out.
Yeah.
And then in a year, maybe we'll get the torso, right?
It feels like they went and focused on doing what? Scorponok, trying to get that out?
I think so. And that's fine and all, do what they got to do, but get these things done because we do not have a good animation write-in, right? We just have MPG, which MPG is kind of a creature.
Well, we woke HGC up. So
yeah,
HGC, you need a write-in, huh?
And I'll say these 2 are really good, right? Like I was really impressed with them in hands. They're really well made. They feel like, if you're a Legends collector, they feel like Magic Square figures, right? They feel a lot like Magic Square. They don't have Magic Square hands. Every Magic Square figure has the same hands. They do not have Magic Square hands, so they're probably not the same designer. But the plastic, and they're Legends. They are decidedly Legends figures. What do I have? I don't have anything normal on my desk right now. Big surprise. Knowing me. Gosh, I don't have anything like people would actually know.
Yeah, tonight's slides was very Legends friendly. There was a lot of Legends news this week.
It was very Legends friendly. Here, this is a mainline toy. So, here's mainline Studio Series Rumble, right? So it's Legend scale. He's not quite big enough to be a deluxe. If you wanted them to be like the size of the mini bots, maybe they're almost as big, but yeah, it's Legend scale.
And if you want like generation scale, your best bet is to get the MPGs, but I wouldn't recommend those on anybody. And then Moon Studios made a masterpiece that's pretty close to animation representation.
With the shrinking of deluxes, right? Maybe Zeldrin's right. They're probably about as tall as like the Bumblebee and the other mini bots, but their heads are too small. Like if you looked at their proportions, you'd be like, the proportions don't look the same as the rest of the mini bots.
Oh, Zeldron. Hot take, buddy. But does your MPG stand up in combined mode as solid as Moon Studios?
Maybe if you get that DNA kit that gives us an entirely new torso.
That should be coming out soon. I think I saw pictures of it.
Just like clip it on and it'll actually have a functioning torso.
Yep.
They are good, HGC. If you ever want to hear more about them, I'm happy to talk all about them. They are really nice train bots. They're not in P size, they're not in P scale. They're nice and small and compact, easy to transform, low price. At least the first two were. So I'm really happy with them so far.
Is this pair available still at the moment, or is it sold out everywhere? Do you know?
Excellent question that I didn't check before the show. I don't know if they're still available. I'm gonna guess probably yes, because a lot of people were nervous about it just being two of them and a relatively new name.
So that concludes our the slideshow. So I'm looking at the last poll. So as a review, stylized versus traditional. Is it worth it for third-party companies to make new stylized figures? At 0%, 3P needs own designs, stop stealing. At 50%, why not have both? And at 50%, 3P has more heart in their designs.
No, you didn't put up an option that was don't bother, right?
Oh,
I wish you would have put up an option that was don't bother. Because I mostly hang out in like heavy Transformers groups, right? Like the people who go to all the TF cons and wish they could go to official bot cons like the old days. And those people tend to be pretty anti-third party and especially anti-new characters, right? Like we had the Keen Toys Insecticon courtesy of our friend Catherine shown early in the slides, right? Mm-hmm. And that thing is a beetle of its own creation that doesn't really look anything like the original Insecticons, its own flat kind of beetle, beast mode, insect mode, whatever. And that thing landed with a thud, right? Like nobody I knew aside from the one person who loves Keen Toys, right? Nobody really grabbed it. Nobody got excited for it. That thing is cool, right? That's a cool figure. It's really neat. And it just went bloop. It's just like Calculation Cane, right? Yeah, look at that thing, right? Like it's a big old bug, big old giant bug hanging out with Earthrise Optimus in those pictures. It's its own design, right?
Yeah.
Might look like a Gundam more than a Transformer, but it's super cool.
And what was it? I think last week we showed the next one. It's going to be like a Scorpion, stylized Scorpion. So they're not even going with traditional Insecticons. It's not like they're saying it's mirroring Scorpionox. It's going to probably be that same color scheme, the purple and golds and blacks.
You know what they're not doing though? They're not doing a butterfly.
Ooh, you don't know yet. It's still early.
Well, if they do a butterfly that turns into a baby carriage stroller, then they'll be my new favorite people because this is a butterfly that turns into a stroller.
What is that toy?
A butterfly that turns into a stroller.
Right, but is it like just a KO?
It is good old Sir Toys vintage, right? Sir Toys put up a random Chinese transforming robot line, and it happened to be a butterfly creature that transforms into a stroller with a face, and I love it. It is one of my favorites.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
I'll have to show you some pictures of the transform mode because I need to. It has a staff that it holds in bot mode, and that staff becomes the infrastructure of the baby carriage for baby carriage mode. Yeah, I've put a lot of Transformers in it in baby carriage mode and made them have baby adventures.
When I first saw that, I thought it was the flying squirrel character from Car Robots.
Oh yeah, no, way better. Way cooler, really weird, obscure thing. And that's kind of like one of my favorite things about Transformers is when people do things you're not supposed to do, when they make new characters, when they make crazy things, right? Like, like a couple years ago, a few random, I guess probably Chinese toy makers decided to do, they should be right up here. They decided the new thing to do was transforming sodas, right? So I got a robot
Now is that
in a
1 for
bottle.
1 for a soda can?
The soda can is about right? It's a little different shaped. The soda bottle, not bottles we really do in the States. It's one of those tiny bottles, not a 20-ouncer. But these are so fun, right? They're kind of terrible, like as far as toys go. Like they're not so high quality and they look kind of goofy, but they're so much fun. This is the kind of stuff that I'm into: weird objects and things that aren't supposed to be Transformers.
Well, so and one thing, if people aren't listening, like you collect things that are fun. We might not all collect things that are fun. We might think that they're fun in our head, but sometimes it's that I gotta have that to add to the collection, not because it's fun.
I think so. And it's like, I think that a lot with you as my MP collector friend, right? Because I did MP for years, right? I was still in really heavy when like Hound came out. And when Hound came out, I was so excited. Like I think I opened them on like Christmas. And I was so excited to get them and open them. And like, we were having our fun little couples Christmas thing and messing with our new stuff. And I started to try to transform them. And I wasn't happy. I wasn't having fun. That didn't bring me joy. That wasn't a fun experience because I was afraid it was going to break on me.
Well, that was going to be my question. Was that before, or did you know beforehand the quality issues that people were having on breakage?
I did not know, but I felt them. Yeah. Mine didn't break, right? Mine transformed multiple times, went back in its box, and got sold eventually because it just didn't make me happy, right? Like it wasn't fun to play with. Like I like fun toys to play with.
And so I wasn't into Masterpiece at that time, and I would say lucked out or fell into the KO version of that Hound, and I haven't heard near as many QC plastic issues, breakages as the official did.
No, because they had the opportunity to go then and make some slight tweaks to the mold, strengthen the parts that were weak, and get out a version that doesn't break as easy or doesn't have the stress marks, right? It was one of those deals where you would pull it out of the box and there were stress marks on certain very thin pieces of plastic and your panic button would just turn on, right? You'd be like, oh no, I'm not going to break this right out of the package, am I? That's why I think I'm finally going to give in and get rid of my my MP Beast Wars Megatron. Such a neat toy, but his panels just like came out of the box. Those fold up panels came with a bunch of stress marks.
Yep.
And it just makes you so nervous every time I transform them.
And what was it? His hips were another thing.
Another break point.
Yep.
Yep. So yeah. Never buy official MP, says Zeltron. Always wait for the KO.
Are you tempted to get that KO of God Genrai?
Wouldn't call it tempted.
Or did you already get it?
Could be. You never know.
Have you seen any comparison videos? I think it was
I haven't
Motion.
seen the comparison videos yet. I've seen comparison videos of the not trailer version, the MP60 version, but not the MPG version.
Okay.
So I don't know if they made it better, worse, whatever. But I think I'll know eventually.
I think it's close enough for the price point that it looks like they did a good enough job on the KO of it.
I'm sure they did. Like there's a lot of people back in the day were saying that a lot of those we were just talking about it actually with the KO of the Fans Toy Soundwave, right? We were talking about how this is like probably a factory second because we couldn't find any real differences between the molds. And like I've looked side by side at the cassettes and I don't see differences to tell me that this is, assuredly a real KO. But when I finally went back in those when they first started doing the high quality KOs of the MP figures, and I started doing side by sides, they're all decidedly worse, right? Like the cassette, like people sell that tape core set. You can buy the whole set of MP cassettes, like 7 of them for like $35 from a bunch of different places. And people would always say, it's the same figures. You do a side by side, they're not the same at all. The faces are worse, the details are worse, the hands look weird. Like everything's off. They transform cleanly, they're the same size, but it's just all just a little right?
Sometimes the plastic color's off. I noticed that because I had the 2 KO cassettes and official. You could see that.
You can.
And it felt softer. Like the joint plastic that already feels soft felt softer on those.
And we're not talking like, old Easter basket combiner KOs or anything, right? Like they're not that different. They're not that simplified. They're just not exactly right. Right? Like I stood the two rumbles beside each other, and one had a nice, cool looking head, and the other one just, his head looked a little weird. His face was just a little off.
Yeah.
Kind of like the first generation of blockies. His face just didn't work.
Yep. They feel good. Just the faces are boring.
It's on. They didn't work out. So yeah, not really to talk about stylization though, right?
Right. We probably could do a KO episode though.
We probably will do a KO episode.
Yeah.
Eventually, I can provide. I have a couple KO figures in my collection, just a couple, and then cans of soda, right?
Yep.
Normal stuff.
Well, I think we pretty much nailed the topic tonight.
I think so. Stylized figures are fun, but I'm gonna say stylized figures, not the best financial decision for selling toys to Transformers collectors. I've noticed our chat may not be as much a purist as the people I hang out with most of the time, but when I hang out with those big Transformers collectors at cons, they are purist. Yeah. They like things to look like G1. They like things to be accurate. They're not a big fan of the creativity and the stylization.
Yeah, well, and you kind of can see that in like pre-orders. Typically, the one stuff sells out faster than the non.
Yeah, Hearts of Steel never sold out, right?
Yeah. I'm just looking at HGC's chat. Anna, you have he is on a mission and he has homework.
Nice.
Now.
Good luck. Good luck finding that Legends Raiden. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. I know a lot of places to look, so if I see it somewhere, I'll make sure you get the message.
Yeah, I was going to say HGC, if you need any help finding, some dirty third-party sites.
I'm a Legends hunter. I used to do a lot of legwork to find the best deals on Legends figures. I've cut back a lot.
Yeah, and then so I guess like I said, we pretty much wrap this up.
Yeah.
Ina, do you have anything you would like to promote before we?
No, I still have an Instagram I don't use, but someday I'll post pictures on it. That's it.
We can't not blackmail. We can't peer pressure you into posting more on your Instagram.
No, because I've heard from a lot of people talking about like, in order to really get into like sharing stuff on the internet, you have to give up that perfectionism, right? You have to be willing to put in not as good stuff, and that I just can't do, right? Like all my shelves aren't finished; they're not right, so I can't share them.
Right.
So hard. I'll get
I'm a posting machine when it comes
to
mainstream. Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Well, so if you could check me out, I have my own channel. It's all at Talib1980_collects. I do reviews right now. It's pretty much I'm sticking to 2 reviews a week. Tuesday, tomorrow, I have a review going out for this MPU Masterpiece Ultra Dirge KO-ish, where they took the MP52 mold and did something that the car didn't do. So I have that coming up tomorrow at 1:30. So you can check that out on my channel. Also, Friday, I typically do just random action figure reviews, whatever I have. I still have a stack of stuff. Oh, that's a good point. Zakanin. Most likely. I'm boring. I'm not working that day at either job, so I'll be free. Also on Sunday nights, I've been doing blockheads where it's been primarily a building show where I'm either building blockies. I did a universal hibernation kit this week. This week I work Sunday night, so I don't know if I'll do one earlier than normal, but that's typically at 7 p.m. Eastern. And then also you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook, I have all the socials. They're all at Talib1980_collects. And then also I am on the Figure Fight Club network where you're watching us right now. Decepticast every Monday at 10:15. And Fridays or Tuesdays is open mic night, where we put the StreamYard link in the chat, and anybody that wants to join can join and talk about toys, show and tell, talk about whatever we're talking about. And then Friday, I don't know if we have, I think we have a video. So Friday is our typical, like, we invite a guest, a VIP, and there is a video of it. We just do an interview, and I'll run the clip for this Friday. That's right. So this Friday, MCU Collector will be joining Abby and maybe Max. If I make it, it'll be late because I do have to work Friday night. So if they're talkative bunch Friday night, I'll try to hop on at the end. I don't know, and we might do a members only stream. I mean, typically that's how we've been doing them on Fridays. So just keep an eye on the socials. One last thing before we sign off, I want to thank everybody in the chat for coming in, saying hi. HDC, Figure Fight Club's been in here talking. Zakanen, who else we got? I know Stu for Lunch was here. Zaldron. It won't let me go up any further. Jurassic Jesse. I'd like to thank all of you all for just hanging out with us, and also Abby pushing all the buttons in the background and being our producer. Couldn't do it without him.
For voting, everyone. And
thanks.
The polls are fun, so please keep it up.
All right, it's almost like homework or classroom work.
It is. It is just like classroom work.
Oh, we have Menhozas in here. Welcome. Thanks for joining us, Menhoza. But yeah, that's all we got. Thank you. Good night. I'll see you on the next one.
Thank you.
Peace.
As we wrap up tonight's fun, the figures in talk, so we've just begun. Join us next time for thrills anew. In the world of Figure Fight Club, it's all for you. Make sure to subscribe and smash that like button. See you next week on Figure Fight Club, stay strutting. This isn't goodbye, it's just to see you later. In the meantime, go check out another creator. So keep your figures on display until we gather here someday. Remember the tales and the laughs we shared. Here at Figure Fight Club, you're treasured and cared.